Yes, people. Welcome to the Straightjacket podcast. Podcast 185. Please smash a like on the video, people, as soon as you join in. Obviously, as you can tell, man like Nuruddin is late as usual. You know what I mean? Don't blame me. I thought I'd give him a minute or so to come in and get settled. But listen, people, we are going to get the show rolling as we always do, people. We don't keep you late waiting around. So big up to everybody who's joining, man. Today we have got Christian Eriksen at the football club. It's a good time to be a Man United fan today, man. Listen, I'm buzzing, man. I'm buzzing about the Eriksen news, people. I really, really am, man. You know what I'm saying to you. But big up to everybody who's here, man. Who's in the building? Who's in the building? Yeah, exactly. He was on Spaces all day, but he's always late to the podcast. What's going on, Norrin? What's going on?
I'm full of a cold, man. I'm full of a cold.
What's happened? Who's giving you a cold?
I don't know, lad. I don't know, bro. I don't know.
How are you, man? How are you? Are you in Archie?
No, I'm not. No, I'm not being in the Archies. Big up to everybody. Big up to everybody.
How are you, man?
Love and light.
What's going on, man? You been out? Have you been raving?
No. I'm all right, bro. Listen, I'm all right. Honestly, I've just got a bit of a summer cold, bro, but it's all good. Let's talk, man. Let's talk. Let's get into this. Big up the Straightjacket family.
I've joined you.
Go on.
Big up to you, Nuruddin. I've joined you, man. I phoned you over the weekend, didn't I? I phoned you over the weekend. I've officially joined the Wait and See FC, man, Nuruddin. I'll be honest with you. I'm happy when we get signings, but I'll be honest with you right now, I'm just relaxed. I'm very, very relaxed as a United fan. Because you know what it is, bro? It's not worth your mental health. It's not worth you worrying about transfers when the whole football club has no idea what they're doing anyway. You know, when you actually look at it. You see what I'm trying to say, Nuruddin?
Yeah.
So I've officially joined the Wait FC, people. We are here. Big up to everybody who's joining us, man. We've got a lot to talk about today. Eriksen, we got Ronaldo to talk about. We've got Malacia. Hopefully, he might be signing when by this podcast finishes. We might hear some news. But other than that, Nuruddin, how are you? How's everything in terms of life?
I'm good, bro. I'm good. You know what? I'm good.
Man.
You know, seriously, I'm just about to set up. So just letting everybody know, I'm just setting up the show later. I've been got caught up in the spaces because I'm lying in bed and somebody's telling me off. So bring up Stephen Kramer's message. I've been in bed all day, bro, with a bad cold. So basically, I'm just gonna do the call-in show. So at 6:30, after this, we're done here. I want to hear from the fans on Ronaldo, Eriksen, on Malacia, all the thing what's going on. So, but now officially, people, Straightjacket podcast, you've heard it. Saeed's now the co-owner, and now the one of the major shareholders.
Is there any space left on this Wait and See? Are there any spaces left on the board members? How many spaces are left, man?
Saeed,
I'm joining quite late.
Listen, you're my king. There's always a space for you. Welcome aboard. Definitely get your hand out. Let's shake on it, man. Shake on it.
There we go. The virtual handshake, man. Like back in the COVID days, the virtual handshake. People didn't want to talk to you back in them days, you know what I mean? Honestly, man, it's the secret coffers. You had all sorts, mate. You absolutely all sorts, man. But you know what, man? Let's start with Christian Eriksen before we talk about the Ronaldo situation.
Can we welcome him to the club?
Yeah, welcome, people. I welcome the Waiting FC club. I'm finally here. But Nuruddin, let me ask a question. Christian Eriksen, you weren't fond of him at the start, but we have got him now. 3-year deal. Where's your headspace at with this Christian Eriksen? I hear Danny Murphy. Please don't tell me you're going to agree with that Scouser. Please don't tell me you're going to agree with him. Please.
Listen, Saeed, actually, me and Danny know, you know what? I knew Danny Murphy, you know that. He used to go to Havana, Spanish Havana back in the day. So Danny Murphy is somebody I know. And I know people who are friends with him. He used to be out Thursday nights, and he always used to be out there. So I actually know Danny Murphy. But, you know, Danny Murphy's running his Liverpool agenda, always, you know, dunking on Man United potential signings or United signings. So that's nothing new. I don't agree with him. Listen to me. I don't agree with him, but I was just thinking, I said to you, and me and you had a rational conversation, didn't we? I've got PTSD from Simmer Frame FC. You know what I mean? Where people come just to have the little twilight before the end of their career, boost their social media numbers, do what they do, and go missing in it. You know what I mean? So I do have PTSD, but if Eriksen is part of, if you see my tweet, everybody, I put some nuance in me saying, if everybody else is signed and Eriksen is one of the last on a free, why not? By the end of the day, I'm backing Ten Hag. You know how much I wanted Ten Hag, and if Ten Hag wants him, then yeah, let's go do it. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, but
it's someone for me that improves United. It's someone for me that it's a squad game, Nuruddin. This is not, but by your logic, when you talk about Zimmer Frame FC, but also by the logic, if you could use that, you would say you would need a squad right now. We can't be using Bruno for every single game. We can't be using certain players. Jesse Lingard's not there. Mata's not there. The bench is light now. There isn't much quality. You know what I mean? You might have the youngsters available, but there's no quality. Eriksen gives you quality, Nuruddin. And if you can use him wisely, and you can get him for, let's say, 20 to 30 games a season, all competitions, by the way, 20 to 30 games a season. You know what, man? We might need him in the Europa League. We might need him in the in the Carabao Cup. I know you're not going to like it, but we're going to have to need quality, because remember last year we were playing Mata and he was running around doing nothing in the Europa in the Carabao Cup. At least now when we bring on a player, we've got quality. So I don't think 30 years old is that old. It depends on what definition of what old is. If you've got a Kwan Mata who's not played football in how many years, that's what I call Mata's been old since 28, probably 29. I know it sounds crazy, but Mata's given that kind of vibe for me, that he's just always been a player that, you know what I mean, that's not been used in that kind of way. He has had the quality, but in terms of mobility and whatnot, I think Eriksen gives you that perfect. He's very, very mobile. He's agile as well. He's not a Kwan Mata. He's not got a body type of a Kwan Mata. Kwan Mata's body type is very, very, it's not agile. Eriksen is. He can float around the pitch. You know, I think you'll love him. I generally do. I think you will love Eriksen and the way he plays.
I rate him. Saeed, I rate him. I rate the player. I'm not going to lie to you. I rate the player. I remember when first time I saw him play was at United against Ajax in the Europa League about 8-9 years ago. You remember?
Yeah, of course.
21-22, yeah? He's an absolute baller. But what I was saying about Man United is, Man United always go for these older players, innit? Players in their 30s, Saeed. You know what? Injuries.
I know what they do. Cavani. Yeah. You've got PTSD,
Yeah, I have. And that was my only concern. But him being part of a 4 or 5 players coming in, I don't mind that. Like I said, he's going to give more option. But I just want to warn people that Erik Ten Hag doesn't like big squads. Doesn't like rotating that much. So there's going to be a lot of surprises for people. One of the things that I didn't want, why I didn't want Pochettino, is that Pochettino makes substitutions in 70 minutes. I'm sorry to say.
Late.
You know what? Erik Ten Hag is the same, Saeed. It's the same. You know what?
Please don't do that to me.
I'm telling you.
I've got Leslie next to me. Got me Leslie saying, "Get him on the pitch." You know, she still doesn't know Ten Hag's name, by the way. She keeps saying, "Who's that bald guy over there? Get him on." Honestly, I had to keep telling her. I said to her, "Remember 10, the number 10, and then Hag." She went, "Who's that fella?" So she's not gonna be happy, man, when he's bringing subs on late. But we've got Zayn Biassi here. Say, forget Eriksen. Jesus signed for us. Odegaard will play better than Eriksen. Well, listen, mate. You know what I mean? Like, we'll see in it. We'll see. Time will tell. But what did Odegaard do last season, man? You know what I mean? He didn't really get you anywhere, did he? So let's see. Let's see what happens in it. Let's see what happens, man. But make sure people to smash a like on the video. And always big up Leslie as well, man. But for me, though, I get what you mean. But then that also is a good thing anyway, Nuruddin. You know what I mean? The fact that Eriksen, when you talk about Ten Hag using a smaller squad, I think that's good anyway, because then at least then we don't just see players coming on for the sake of it. I think Rangnick was a kind of he would bring out substitutions on, and you would think, what's going on here? I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer had his favourites. Right now, at least, Ten Hag has identified quality. And he's looked at it for Pereira. No, I don't want this player. I don't want this player. I want quality. And he's looked at him for a while. I thought, you know what? He can bring me that quality. And I just think in certain games, Nordin, you might see him on the left. You might see him on the right. You might see him in the 10 role. He might sit deep. You never know where he's going to play. He gives us options, Nordin. And I think for me, when you've got a long season, we're going to need him, man. is this just purely for balance, squad depth, or do you think any players are in danger? You know what I mean? Hence, maybe Bruno, or do you reckon it's just added quality to the squad?
I think Eriksen's coming to play, Saeed. It's a World Cup year, bro.
Yeah,
Eriksen's not going to come to sit on the bench. You know what I mean? And I think if it's true, the sticky part of the sticky point of the profile, the sticky part of the transfer for us to him, so we're offering 3 years. I think that's what
yeah.
Brentford were offering him 3 years as well.
Mm.
So at the end of the day, he's here for that long. At the end of the day, Erik Ten Hag wants him. Erik Ten Hag has a vision where he wants to play him and how he wants to use him. So be it. I'm happy that he's here. I just want De Jong to be over, and I want to get Martinez as well. I don't know what the news of the Martinez is. The latest news.
Martinez is still They're still, you know what I mean. I think Man United won him, but Arsenal also won him as well. I think it's one of them situations where we've got to be very, very careful on that one. I don't know what's going on with that one story. I think time will tell on that one. But right now, they've got Eriksen. They're going to get Malacia now. That's 2 signings. For me, though, if you were to analyze them 2 signings, really, United fans shouldn't be really happy with that because Eriksen's a free and Malacia is someone that I think is very, very achievable to go and get. So any United fan that's celebrating them 2 signings, yes, you can be happy about it, but also know your standards in it. Like that is not what you call what do you call it? That's not what the transfer window was meant to be. It was meant to be De Jong. It's now having to be about Ronaldo, Nuruddin. And I put the title of the video, Nuruddin. What's all this party news? People, I don't know what's happened to party people, so I can't really talk about it if I don't know the situation in it. But
What's happened? What's happened? What?
I don't know, man. People are just saying party news, party, something's happened to party. But listen, people, we're alive, so I don't know what happened to party.
Can somebody tell us? Any of the people that we trust?
Kill us, Rabidi Lassie.
Police kill us. Let us know. Give us the context, bro, please.
Yeah, listen, we knew we were going to have this one, innit? Saeed, you are honestly deluded if you think Ronaldo leaving is a good thing for Man United. Man's fighting against the Glazers and you want him out. Crazy. I don't think he's fighting for his Glazers. I think he's fighting for his own career. I think he's thinking about himself. Listen, all I'm saying to people here is that Ronaldo was never part of the plan. Man United came in, they seen there was, I wouldn't say there was concrete news about him going to Man City, but listen, that's for the people to judge, yeah, Nuruddin. But he came in, and there was news that he was about to, maybe City were about to approach him. United couldn't handle that. They seen the money, they seen the commercial aspect of that, Nuruddin, and they said to themselves, you know what? Let's pounce on it. Let's take advantage of that. It was never to win trophies. Because at the end of the day, we were never ever made to win trophies at that point, Nori. Yes or no? Can you clarify for that people? Was Ronaldo going to win us trophies on his own?
So listen, I've been in the spaces battling in it with my bad throat and my heart and my fever.
But I don't understand what if I say don't. I'm right now saying Ronaldo staying or Ronaldo leaving. It still doesn't benefit United in any shape or form because United still need to build. They need to build beyond Ronaldo. So you moaning and you crying about Ronaldo leaving. I mean, what's bigger, Ronaldo or the football club? We have to move on. United don't have a plan after Ronaldo. They don't have a plan now, and they don't have a plan later on. They don't. So unless we have these clear problems, if some problems are put to you, Nuruddin, and it's like, you know what, you have to sort it out. You're not going to go and leave it for another day, another month. You're going to have to sort it out, Nuruddin, until it piles up. So I don't know where you're thinking of this, Nuruddin, but I'm not begging Ronaldo to stay. I'm sorry. If he wants to go, go. I'm not bothered. You're on mute, bro.
Don Carlo is having an absolute howler. Listen, let me say something to you now. Ronaldo, if Ronaldo was so much bothered, why didn't he come out in January and say, hey guys, we need to sign quality players. Some of these players are shit. Why didn't he come out then to secure Champions League? Why didn't he come out? No, he didn't. So this idea that Ronaldo now against the Glazers, nah, no chance, mate. I'm not having it.
Nah, you know what it is? I get he's a football man.
Listen, Saeed, you know me of all people, how much I hate the Glazers, innit?
Yeah.
I've literally said on Spaces that I might have a pint if the Glazers go. I've never drank in my life. I'll have a pint. I'll have a Budweiser, please, just to celebrate them going, right? And you know I don't drink. You know that. You know that I don't drink. I don't. Yeah. But to me, the Glazers leaving would be like 5 Champions Leagues, 10 league titles. That's what it would be for me. That's how happy I would be.
Monumentous.
So if I don't need that much encouragement for me to use any excuse to use a player to bury the Glazers. But I'm sorry to say, Ronaldo is transparent. Ronaldo only cares about himself. It's all about Ronaldo. At the end of the day, it's simple. Ronaldo cares about himself. Ronaldo's looking out for himself. Ronaldo ain't asked about Man United. And for me, I think it would be a good thing because then we're not having any of that dressing room split and all of that BS. There's no excuses then. There's no excuses. Ronaldo leaves. There's no excuse for any of these moaners.
No scapegoats.
Who are moaning, say, Ronaldo's too intimidating. So at the end of the day, the spotlight's on them.
No. I also don't like these journalists that are coming out. I don't know who he is, but is it that journalist that I don't really fancy? Is it Andy Mitten that reported that news about the dressing room and whatnot and players coming out their shells? Was that from Andy Mitten or was that from someone else?
No, that was Laurie Whitwell. Laurie Whitwell wrote an article for The Athletic, and he said, listen, people who are close, not the players, people who are close to the players. I'm taking it word for word. People who are close to the players have said that they might feel a lift off their shoulders if Ronaldo leaves.
That's one thing I can't agree with that. I can't agree with that. Because at the end of the day, yeah, they were hiding. Most of them were hiding. And most of them, at least, yeah, he showed the right mentality to play football. That's one thing I'm going to give Ronaldo. He showed the right mentality. So all them news that are coming out now, I don't like them kind of news. Because why weren't you reporting it later on? Why weren't you reporting it under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer? It didn't fit your narrative, did it?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Big up to Victor Leang, man. With a super chat, bro. Appreciate you all the time, bro. Big up to you and Saeed. I want to thank Ronaldo for his services. His standards are all about winning and Champions League football. I am happy we're getting some signings, but we are still having problems behind the scenes. Bro, of course, man. There's always problems in the Victor Leang. And my thing I want to add to that here as well, Noradin, yeah, is that Ronaldo, for me, isn't kind of leaving because of signings. I don't buy into that, Noradin. I think he's leaving because ultimately he believes he can still play at the highest level. He believes he can still win trophies. And you know what? Good luck to him. And you know what? Fair play to him. At least he's got standards. At least he still thinks that he can win at his age, yeah? And you know what? That's a good trait in someone who's ambitious. I never, ever hate on someone who's ambitious. But all I want to say to you, Loden, is that these narratives that, you know what, his lack of transfers and all that, it's not about that. He knew Man United were never coming in. We're never winning trophies. He knew this was a big, big paycheck, man. He knew what comes with Man United. He could still earn off that as well, whether we like it or not, and whether we think that he's bigger than Man United or not. All I'm saying to you, as much as it was a commercial aspect for Man United, it was also a good commercial aspect for himself as well to boost his brand. I mean, did he not become the highest follower while he was at Man United or something like that? What did he become at Man United?
The most followed sports person in the world.
Yeah, so it gave him a boost.
At Juventus, let's get it right, Saeed. Juventus, I'm sorry to say, they might be the biggest team in Italy, but they're not as big as Man United are 10 times bigger than Juventus. I'm sorry to say. I'm sorry they are. Yeah. Right? So his career was going nowhere. Juventus was struggling. He came to Man United and what? Look, the world opened up for him. By the way, before that, Mendes and him literally finessed us, blagged they were going to City, and then came to Man United. At the end of the day, it didn't work. So I don't buy this stuff. Ronaldo was there in January. He could tell the things were going back to worse. He could have said, you know what, we need midfield signings. Go and get, and he would have supported Ralph Rangnick to get in the players that he wanted, right? But he didn't. So this idea that he cares about the club, no, Ronaldo cares about himself. You know what they say, don't you? When people show you who they are, believe them. Ronaldo is again and again. If you want to go back to it, guys, watch when he won the Euros. And the speech that he gave in the dressing room was like, thank you, guys. Thank you for getting me this trophy. No, he wasn't thanking the whole nation saying, we won it. No, there's a big difference. Ronaldo is a leader by example, the way he is. He's not a leader. He's not a guy who's leading by example.
What am I spinning? What am I spinning now? I don't understand. I'm just giving me an opinion. Chris, you let me know what I'm spinning. All I'm trying to say to you is that I don't buy into certain...
Can you ask him a question? Listen, can I ask Chris a question? Chris,
go on.
Chris, 7 days before Ronaldo signed...
By the way, Chris, come on the calling show, by the way. Come on the calling show.
Yeah, listen, all of these people come on the calling show and come and tell us, yeah? But I'll ask you some questions, yeah? Right? I have 6. I'm doing a calling show on United Real Therapy. People come and have their say. Because you can be upset Ronaldo's leaving because you love Ronaldo. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. But what you're saying now, Ronaldo is that it's against the Glazers. Behave yourself. Why did he sign for the club if he was against the Glazers? He would not have signed for the club if he was against the Glazers. Glazers are paying him $500,000 a week of the fans' money. Stop it, people. Stop it. Right? I don't need, you know me, I don't need any little encouragement to use something to bash over the Glazers, yeah? Never. I hate Glazers, right? So, but Glazers Ronaldo cares about himself, right? So a week before Ronaldo signed, could you please tell me where Ronaldo was in terms of where Ronaldo was in terms of Man United imagination and the fans? We were all crying out for a CDM and another midfielder. We wanted 2 midfielders. So have some decor, man, before you call people here. People have an agenda. Go ahead, Saeed.
No, you know, but big up to United Sweden, man. Big up to everybody. Don't forget about Ronaldo with his family. Lost a child a few months ago, so he wanted to go. Be with his family, want to go. Yeah, listen, we don't know the ins and outs, bro. So I can only speculate. I can only talk about the facts I've been given, and that's what you should always base everything on. For me though, Nuruddin, for me, when I look at this Ronaldo situation, is United cannot afford to beg Ronaldo to stay. I'm going to repeat that for the people at the back. United cannot afford for United to let Ronaldo. Sorry. United cannot afford Ronaldo to be begged and to be like, you know what, it's going to stay here. For me, Nuruddin, there's always going to have to be a plan. You're on me. There has to be a plan after Ronaldo. There has to be a plan now with Ronaldo. We see what happened. Did they not see what happened to Ronaldo's form over the last kind of little bit? You know, when was he not playing well? How do you believe in Martial's going to come back into the situation? Where's this belief that Martial is going to come back in and help Ronaldo? You don't know what's going to happen with Martial. He's had a lot of injuries now. And then you're going to be so reliant on Cristiano Ronaldo to score you the goals. And then what the fan base going to do? It's going to be uproar. And it's going to be like, why didn't we prepare? And then you've got the manager now saying, you know what, I need a striker. Then you know what the striker market is? I'd rather prepare now. Let him go now. Even if it's to Chelsea, I couldn't care less, man. I couldn't care less. I genuinely
couldn't care less. I agree. I don't care where Ronaldo goes. Chelsea or no Chelsea. I don't care where he goes. And the thing is that actually the club were breathing that Martial might be on the list to be sold anyway. So now how the club are going to spin it? It's going to be funny. Listen, Ronaldo can go. Man United need to replace him. Need to replace him with a forward. That's what they need to do. With a forward side. That's what they need to do.
But is your worry that they spend a lot of time, because they're now saying right now, they're briefing the journalists that Ronaldo is not for sale. We want Ronaldo to stay. That's what they're briefing the press. Is that your worry, Nuruddin, when you look at it now, that they're holding on to that Ronaldo does stay now, because they don't really have a plan to go and buy the striker? It makes the Nunes deal look a bit kind of like feeling that United were really after Nunes, wasn't they? They must have heard some rumblings, because you can't be after Nunes with Ronaldo there. There must have been some situation going on.
Mm-hmm. Listen, did you get that super chat while I was talking? Did you get it?
Yeah. I got it.
Yeah. Big up. Listen, big up for the people for the super chats. At the end of the day, 2-3 things can be true. 4 things can be true at the same time. Ronaldo, people who love Ronaldo, United fans, they can be upset, but they can also see our point of view that Ronaldo wasn't really here for the long term. And the United, Ronaldo being a serial winner, we were going to win the league. Talk shite, BBC, Sky, BT, all of them were shouting, Man United are in the title race, Man United in the title. Saeed, come on, deep down we all knew. We all knew, deep down, and we all said it, and people were coming at me, calling me Mr. Negative. When I was telling you, I'm not saying anything I've not said, by the way, people, that I've not said before we signed Ronaldo. I did say these things. Ronaldo is here to win, Man United are not. It was only going to end one way, and at the end of the day, it is what it is. We just move on without him, without having this dressing room splits and all of that BS, okay? At the end of the day, if he goes, Man United, the Glazers and the bankers need to come up with some money to replace Ronaldo with somebody. We need another body. That's what we need. We might, if Ten Hag wants a forward, roaming forward, yes. If he wants an out-and-out striker, yes. It's his choice. I'm getting behind the manager. That's what I'm doing. I don't know about you guys.
No, I'm behind the manager either way. You know what I mean? And there's a point that I want to bring up. Before I do that, Nathan Minas, I can't lie, not many players can replace Ronaldo. Kane is the only player that comes to my mind, and Spurs wouldn't sell him. Listen, Spurs have got a bigger project than Man United. I have to be real. They're in the Champions League. They've got Antonio Conte. Listen, players are going to want to come to Tottenham now. You know what I mean? Let's be real. It's not a joke anymore. If Tottenham can hold on to that Champions League with Conte and buy players that he wants, there's no reason why Tottenham can't be a sustainable top 4 club. That's if they backed Conte, because Conte's a world-class manager. But someone put a question, someone put here, yeah? This one here, this comment here I want to read out. Numero Uno says, United needs CR7 for this project. This is the problem, though. I want to understand, like, what project, though? Is it a short-term project you're talking about? If it's a long-term project, then it's not. And my other point that I want to kind of mention of this one is, if Ronaldo didn't want to leave, I wouldn't want Ronaldo sold. That's my whole point as well, by the way, Nordin. That's a fair point to make. Ronaldo, I would be happy to work under Ten Hag, but also we would need either Martial to step up or possibly buy another forward to help him out. I would be happily accepting a Ronaldo stay one more season because I know the qualities he can bring. But if we're at this stage right now, Nuruddin, where Ronaldo is saying, I want to leave, and there's no kind of coming back from that, United have to plan ahead. There's a month left to the season. You don't want this to drag on. And then you've got all the pressure on Martial to produce. I'm telling you now, Ten Hag's looking at that thinking, is this the guy that was at Sevilla and didn't really score? Is this the guy that didn't have the best season last season? Is this the guy with the injury record that's very, really bad? Is this the guy that's confident is very, very shot? I'm sorry, man. What kind of mess have you put me in? And then the club are going to be saying to Ten Hag, no, we'll resolve it. We'll resolve it. So where are you at then with that, Nuruddin, in terms of them loggerheads? What do you do as a football club? What does Ten Hag do?
What do you mean?
Because they're going to have showdown talks now. I'm sure they're going to have talks, but Ronaldo is adamant he wants to leave.
Well, why keep a player who doesn't want to be here, Saeed?
But what would Ten Hag want to do, though? Would Ten Hag be like, no, let's try and keep
I can't imagine Ten Hag trying to persuade somebody who doesn't want to stay.
Well, I hope so.
And I actually think it's going to be a better for Ronaldo for Ten Hag if Ronaldo leaves, because he doesn't have to deal with all the split.
People are saying they're going to miss the goals. People are saying that goals are going to be.
Saeed, I'd rather have a fluid 4 or 5 people that we're relying on to get goals than one guy, because Ronaldo could get injured, and then where's the goals going to come from? That can happen.
The point that someone made. We scored, I think, 100 and something goals.
But Saeed, that was the worst season. Saeed,
I know.
It was the worst Man United.
I know. I keep saying it. So and it was lockdown tax, man. I don't really believe in that lockdown form. I said second was a false position, but people want to go mad at me. I don't really believe that lockdown form, man. Maybe it's just me, but do you believe that lockdown form? No, Rashford was on ball. Obviously, you know what I mean? I don't know, man. Maguire was looking good. Everybody was looking good. Then all of a sudden, one season after, they look terrible. Because everybody's caught.
Listen, 100%. At the end of the day, it's simple for me. Manchester United, Ronaldo wants to go for the betterment of his career. Big up to him, Ronaldo. Like you said, he's ambitious. At the end of the day, the transfer window does not close, Saeed, till September the 1st. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah.
So there's still time. So I big up Ronaldo for giving us at least a month to go and get somebody else, another buddy. So whoever Ten Hag wants, I'm happy with. That's what I'm happy with, bro. Whoever really wants.
Yeah, we got 1.1k in the building, man. Guys, if we're not at least, I always say 500 likes target. If we could get 500 likes, I'm happy with that, people. So let's try and reach 500 likes, people. And make sure you subscribe to Nuruddin channel. 6:30, there's a calling show. So make sure you join in for that one. United Sweden's asking Ronaldo to Juventus, De Ligt to Man United. Now, Juventus won't take him. But after what he did to them and left them in what do you call it, in a situation, I don't think Juventus would bring him back. And apparently, De Ligt is on his way to Bayern Munich, people. Well, that's what I'm hearing right now. Gareth, big up to Gareth, man. I see you on the calling show, man. Big up to you, bro. He goes, Nuruddin, do you believe Martial, Rashford, Elanga, Garnacho can really get 15 goals? Oh, it's a big ask, man. You have to get Martial back to his form. You have to get Rashford back to his form. Elanga, I'm not sure he gets you goals. Garnacho's a young kid. What are you thinking, bro?
Listen, I think we need one more player. But I think we don't know what the system we're going to play. It's going to be a shock to a lot of people how attacking Man United are going to be at, especially at home. And we're going to have a fluid. He likes his team to be super fluid, Saeed. That's all I know about Ten Hag. He likes his forwards to be fluid. He accommodates to get the best out of players. He will accommodate, and we will bang goals. I know that for 100% fact. There's goals in this team. We've had the worst season. People are thinking the way we played last season. We're not going to play like the way we played last season. So people need to calm down. I understand the panic. I understand the upset. But Ronaldo wasn't a long-term plan for Man United. He wasn't.
That's it, exactly.
Ronaldo was ready to win now, and Man United are not. He did that for that season. We were not. He found out we're not. That's it. He's telling us now he wants to go. We can't hold on to player and beg a player that doesn't want to be at the club. I said the same thing about Pogba, and I'll say the same thing about Ronaldo. Goodbye. Good luck. Hope he goes well.
What does that say about the club, though? Pogba. You know, you look at the documentary about the wages. If a club wants to give you the wages, they need to come to you. You know, does this tell you about the football club that now maybe players might start to see the ambition of the football club and where they're going now? Do you think more players might now kind of want to leave or leave their contracts the last minute? They got Bruno's contract out of the way, but in terms of other players, do you think now? But then again, we haven't got really players that have won anything at the football club. I know Varane's come in and won something, but apart from that, Nuruddin, there's not really anyone else that's won anything to kind of maybe warrant some kind of. Maybe Ronaldo's looked at him and thought, you know what, man, I can't really see this football club winning. And he's also looked at the players around him and he's thinking, you know what, nah, I'm not with that. And I think I could go and win. So listen, big up to him. And you know what, let him do what he wants to do. I've enjoyed the first year with him. I've enjoyed the experience. Old Trafford's been a different place. I'm not going to lie to you. It's been a different place. But you know what? All things come to an end. For me, it doesn't hurt me as much as when I was in classroom, yeah, and I checked on BBC Sport in 2009. So I was heartbroken. You know what I mean? But now,
if we're gonna be honest, that much. If we're gonna be honest, 27-year-old Ronaldo would hurt where he was going now. If he was not 38 and he was 24, 26, 27, still at the height of his powers, taking people on, taking them down, that would hurt. At the end of the day, Ronaldo is here to win. Even then, I would let him go because he wants to win. He wants to win.
Remember, I think he got one more year out of him. Fergie got one more year out of him.
Yeah, no, he did. But then that year, what did he say, Saeed? I'm a slave. Remember that? People are forgetting. He was saying, I'm a slave. And every time when he was at Real Madrid, he was like, ooh, I might go back to Man United. Every time Messi got a bit of pay rise, he was telling Real Madrid, ooh, maybe I might go back to Man United. So then they offer him ludicrous wages. At the end of the day, Ronaldo cares about himself. I wish him luck. He's the GOAT. That's why we like him, because he's so selfless in his pursuit of his own numbers, his own targets. And like I said to you, Saeed, I said it to you when we were walking out the stadium towards the end of the season. I said, we can't do this to Ronaldo. We can't get him to play in the Europa League. It's embarrassing.
I said it though, didn't I? I remember I said it. I did say it. I did say to people, I can't see Ronaldo playing the Europa League. And people said to me, he'll stay. And you know what? I'm not taking a mick out of them, but I'm just saying, like, the voice in it. I kept hearing at Old Trafford, nah, he'll stay. And I was like, I'm not sure, you know. I'm not sure he stays, you know. Europa League football. When you got Messi, you know what this is? Yeah, this is competition, people. This is who's the biggest, like, GOAT of football. This is who's the biggest footballer. And it's always been a competition for Ronaldo and Messi. They won't tell each other, but secretly, they'll be looking at each other's numbers. They'll be looking at where I can win this and where I can win that. And he'll be looking at a club now, and he'll be looking at Chelsea. And now Chelsea, Nuruddin, just before I get this super chat, you can't rely on rebuild with Enigma, blessing in disguise. Big up to you, Maliho. When you're looking at Chelsea, yeah, I'm looking at that Todd Bowley. I tell you what, man, he's this classic American kind of style, innit? Go and get the GOAT. Go and bring him, and he could do a job for us, innit? He's probably thinking, you know what, like Tom Brady kind of style. You know what, let's bring him back and we'll win the Super Bowl. He's thinking, you know what, Cristiano Ronaldo might be the difference for us to win the league. That's what maybe Todd Bowley's thinking. You know what I mean? I don't know what he's thinking of bringing Ronaldo, but I'm not sure that will work over there, but good luck to them. But would it bother you if you went to Chelsea? Because Man United now are saying that they don't want to sell him to a Champions League club.
No, it wouldn't. It would not bother me, mate. I don't care where he goes. I just wish him well, because we're not to win. We're not ready to win. We're building, Saeed. We're a club that's building. You said that. That's what people need to remember. We're building. We've got a new era, a new project, and we're building with that. Ronaldo ain't going to be the future. He's leaving at the end of next season anyway.
Exactly. So, end of the day, like I said to Samuel Chukwueke, says, let him go. Too much things to handle. Partey news. Like I said, I've not heard anything about the party, so I can't really comment, man.
What's the Partey news, man? Listen, Sicario.
Apparently, it's serious, man. It's serious. It's the Mendy.
Wow.
Yeah, that one. I don't
know. Man, I getting caught.
You know what I mean? But I'm not saying more, innit?
We can't say more. No, we can't.
Apparently, it's a similar situation, but listen, we can't comment.
No, we can't comment. We can't comment, but all I can say, we got to party hard. Sorry, Saeed.
Nah, man.
You know,
Listen,
man,
big
my
up to
guy.
Yaqub. It's
Listen
called
to me.
Yaqub now, so big up to Yaqub, man.
Now
You know
listen
what I
to me,
mean? Like,
Saeed.
we hope he's okay, man.
Listen,
Like, you know what I mean? We don't
Saeed,
want.
I've got to have a little joke though. Come on, you can't let me have a little joke.
Yeah.
My guy partied hard, and the police were called, bro. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, man.
New.
Listen, I don't know what's going on, man. It's crazy world out there. That's all I say to you, man.
It's mad in
Crazy
the
world
dunya,
out there.
mate. It's
That's
mad
what
in
I
the
always
dunya,
say.
mate.
It's
Listen,
mad in the dunya, man. It's
listen.
mad
You
in
know
the
what?
dunya.
Listen, that's a Saeed saying, innit? You need to get a t-shirt. I swear, Saeed.
I know.
You
I
need
need to
do
do
that.
it, man. I need to do it, you know, man.
You
I
need to
keep
get a
forgetting,
t-shirt,
man.
mad in the dunya, man. Yo, big. Listen. At the end of the day, it is what it is. Here we go. David Onsin saying Ten Hag ready to let Ronaldo go after Joe Glazer convince him that he sees Martial and Mbappe levels.
Aye, that is jokes, you know. And
And
Rashford has
Rashford and
drug.
as Drogba reach.
Oh my god, man. David, honestly, man, this guy, man, he
Yo,
actually
big up
cheers
David.
me up, man. He actually cheers
Yeah,
me up,
yeah.
man. Big up to you, Manuel C. Isn't this supposed to be a new Man United? No more leaks. Players saying that they would like Ronaldo to leave, and these players are part of the rebuild. Lol. It's
Saeed, I want to
Ronaldo's
correct the
fault.
record. They said people close to the players.
Yeah,
not
people
all
close to the players, yeah.
So
Sorry, yeah, people close to the players, Manuel. But in terms of leaks, I still think they'll happen. I still think when they see the training that these guys have got to do and the fact that they're not playing games, all these players, you know how easy it is to get hold of journalists, especially in Manchester. You know how small Manchester is, no? Tell them, people. Tell them how small Manchester is here, how
listen,
easy it is to kind
you
of go
know
to
the
people.
central areas is quite small, but the greater
Yeah.
Manchester is quite big. But the
No,
central
I'm talking about the
areas,
central areas where they probably live.
yeah.
It's very small, man. And the people you know, it's them. It's basically nobody's got a nickname called a bus stop in it because everybody keeps stopping at a bus stop. So just imagine how that is in the city centre. So people know each other, you know, agents know each other. It's just one of them situations, man.
If only they knew the people that we know, Saeed. You know what I mean? The stuff that we can't say on.
Oh yeah, no, man.
Say the amount of stories we have about Man
You know what?
United.
You know what? There's a lot, man. There's a lot I know as well, but I can't really say because
No, we can't say that. We can't.
You can't say it. Yeah, you can't.
We live in the city and we don't want people to get sacked and people to be compromised.
No, 100%. It's not for me to say. You know, I don't get paid
know,
enough.
that's what I'm saying to, and people know we can only talk about certain things around the topics, but we can't really say this and this and that. We can't. I'm sorry, but we can't.
Yeah, man. And you know what it is? When you actually see it, when you actually hear about it, it's shocking. Like, you know, so
crazy.
It is what it is. It's part of the football lifestyle, isn't it? You feel me? But in terms of this this De Jong news, I want to touch on that, Noreen, because I don't know, man. This is the longest saga I've ever, to be honest with you, not I've ever seen, but it's getting too much. But what I will say to you, Noreen, is
when did we sign Pogba? Pogba dragged on as well, didn't it? To be fair,
Pogba, did it drag on?
Yeah, it did. He dragged on, bro. Remember, listen, Pogba was on American TV going, Rainbow.
Oh, yeah, I remember. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, come on. He dragged on as well, bro. That dragged as well. What other players did we get that dragged? How many other players?
What about the ones that we didn't get? Because De Jong might not happen. Gaitan, Schneider. Oh, my God, man. They were big, man. Can anyone remember any others, man?
Ronaldinho, the one that hurts me still today.
Oh,
I'll never forgive Peter Kenyon. I'll never forgive Peter
Kenyon.
Kenyon.
Sancho, yeah, big up Killis, man.
It took a year and a half.
Year and a half, man. No, but nothing beats Schneider, man. I remember going on to, you know, obviously I was still glazing out at that time, but I used to be on MUTV.com every day, refreshing their rumors page. That's how bad it was back in the day. Because there's no Twitter, there was no Man United used to do rumors page.
Listen. Schneider. By the way, that's what Saeed used to wear for the Glazers, refreshing their website. Saeed used to get a bit of change from that. He keep refreshing.
I used to go to Diamond Telecom, man.
Saeed 8 hours there. We used to whack college just so he can refresh.
Yo, man, back in the day, man. Nah, but I used to pay like £3 to sit in the internet cafe, man, for just scrolling down the BBC football.
Saeed, you know, I can beat you. I remember going on teletext, bro, to find out the football gossip. Listen, that's about 1,000 people watching now, yeah? Half of them will never know what teletext is.
Teletext. People, we have red button service. For those that don't live in the UK, we have a red button, like a red button interactive service on the remote control.
On the TV?
On the TV. And you used to click on there, head on to the BBC Sports section, and then click on transfer gossip column.
Was it 305 or something like that?
305, I think it was. I think 305. and then go on there and then just check it. But also, I'm not gonna lie to you, Manchester even news used to be good as well. You know, until they put it to 40p, and then I was like, you know what, forget that. I used to watch it.
You know, anytime you went into town, innit, you used to have the big stalls in it in town. Where the guys were outside, like selling the paper, and they would have the headlines: "Man United have signed this. Man United are going."
Oh man, the biggest one was the Robinho one when it was if he was coming to Man United or City. I remember that one.
He actually thought he was coming to Man United when he landed.
I know.
He's like, "What's this blue stuff that you're giving me? I thought I was going to United."
Oh my god,
yeah.
Where are you on this with this De Jong situation? Because I'm looking at you, and by the way, I'm still waiting to see. So I couldn't really. I'm not really fussed right now. I'll be honest with you. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But my situation is here. Barcelona. You know, from the reports you heard from the quotes you heard from Laporte, do you still think they'll sell, or did you have a feeling of he'll try his best to keep him?
Well,
and they're buying time.
So Saeed, you know, everybody got their little underwear in a twist in it. You know what I mean? Everybody, all the United fans. It was so funny that the young thing come out, then the Ronaldo news. Listen. Then the Ronaldo thing drops, and then Man United fans are all in a frenzy. That's why we're having a call-in show, right? Because Man United fans, all of them, just in a frenzy. It went chaos in it. We were beating. We signed Malassi. The young thing was going well. We were getting Martinez, beating Arsenal to that.
Man,
doing that, and then boom, two new reports break. Everybody gets their underwear in a twist. Literally twisting it.
My mate told me to give credit to Myrtle. But John Myrtle, little did I know, John Myrtle's the reason why maybe Ronaldo's leaving, because there's lack of ambition. So little madness in it, you know what I mean?
Listen. So the point is this, innit? It's simple. I say Man United, the young thing, the last statement of Laporta was the most interesting one. He said, "I will do everything in my power." In my power. What does that mean? The aspect of it might be beyond his power. And he says, well, the wage cap issue, the wages might be an issue as well. So come on, man. At the end of the day, if Frankie de Jong has got any self-respect for himself, first of all, if Manchester United, Saeed, have negotiated for 6-7 weeks to get Frankie de Jong out of Barcelona, there is no way in hell that Ten Hag and Frankie de Jong have not had a phone call. And Eriksen, and de Jong has not gone yet. I'll come, right? At the end of the day today, guess who I see registered? His replacement. Frank Kessie.
Yeah, Frank Kessie. Yeah, I see that.
There, balling out the Barcelona shirt. So where's he going to go back to and play then? So Frank Kessie left the champions in Italy to go and sit on the bench at Barcelona. Nah, Saeed, listen.
But Saeed, also, they need that player.
Listen to me. It was a last-minute thing for him to save face with some of the fan base, and also for him to try to squeeze a couple of more million out of Man United. The fee has been agreed. What they're battling over, Saeed, is the last bit, is the add-ons. Reasonable add-ons.
Today, what I heard from, I think it's Karmesh from Sky Sports, he said that Man United will still be willing to walk away if they can't reach an agreement. So there still is a kind of like, you know, I think Barcelona are buying their time, Nuruddin. I think they're being very, very clever. They're buying their time because they know, quite frankly, that De Jong doesn't want to leave. So imagine you're not rushing for someone to leave. You could just say, well, if nothing's been agreed, I still want to stay. So if you can agree it, then fair enough, I can play for my former manager. But if you can't agree it, then I'm happy to stay. And that's what Laporte is saying. Then let's sort out a deal because it has to be right for us as well.
Saeed,
I have to look at both sides.
Saeed, I'm telling you. So where's Frank Kessie? Just left the champions, signed for Barcelona free. Is he going to sit on the bench?
But they don't play same position, though. They don't play same position.
No, but they don't. But so they want Busquets to play that position and Frank Kessie to be that guy. So and then what's the other kid called? Gabi. So
they got Gavi, they got Pedri, and they got Kessie. We've got to remember, Busquets is getting old now.
Yeah, that's what I was saying to you. So, Saeed, I'm sorry, but listen, he just wants more money out of Man United. Man United might say they want to walk away. That's Man United firing shots at Laporta. Because that's all that is, Saeed, right? Saeed, make sure you share that about the calling show. Because I know
I will do. Yeah, send it me.
But at the end of the day, I'll say it. It's simple, Saeed. If Manchester United do not sign Frankie de Jong, it will be one of the most embarrassing transfer sagas in history. It will be.
You think so?
In recent history, because we've had howlers before, right? Howlers. So it would be one of the most it would be one of the most embarrassing. And it just shows you, wow. Even though Ten Hag, most of you are United fans, are bagging Ten Hag, yeah? You were all working for Ten Hag. Ten Hag made him the #1 transfer target. So for me, if he comes on the deadline day, I'm happy. As long as he comes, as long as this manager, at the end of the day, it's going to be this manager's neck on the chopping board on Twitter, innit, trending. So at the end of the day,
he did say that, you know, the famous quotes he said, I'll be judged by the results. So I need specific players coming to this football club or to wherever he's want to be. And there's actually real quotes of him saying that. I will be the one that's being judged, and especially at Man United, of all places. You will be judged. Look at the way Ragnick was just kind of left, hung out to dry, Nuruddin.
Of course.
Man like Ralph Ragnick. Do you think the same what happened to Ten Hag? And people can say, well, he's a manager and this and that, yeah. But the way this football club is run, yeah, there's no accountability from anyone, from bottom to top. There's no accountability from the players, from the fitness coaches, from whatever you want to call it in the hierarchy, all the way to the top. Even man like Richard Arnold is blaming other people and saying the old regime and this and that when you were still on the board member. So I don't understand that. I don't understand that, man. So at the end of the day, unless there's accountability from this football club, nobody, and United just won't succeed. And that's just a simple reality. That's just a simple reality, mate. But I don't know, man. I think the young thing will drag on. I think it will get done. But I tell you what, man. Yeah, and there's no way he takes a pay cut. I'd absolutely doubt he'll take a pay cut from what he's earning now to what he's getting. I think he would want to come and get money because you got to remember, people, these guys have got expensive lives, you know. They've got expensive lives, so they can't afford to kind of, you know, yeah, man, it is embarrassing. It is embarrassing, people, man. It is. But again, this is the football club, innit? This is what they're trying to do.
At the end of the day, to be fair, and it's also the manager as well. If the manager really when a manager makes you his #1 target, it is what it is. And also, I agree with the club, and you know, Saeed, I don't need to defend Murta and the bankers and everything else, but Man United have to change their strategy, Saeed. We can't be bent over for players, Saeed. We can't. We have to stay consistent. If we're going to go this new structures change, Man United can't be paying over the odds because then that's what
about this comment here? What about this comment here?
No, listen to me. That's what led us, Saeed. That's what led us to paying 80 million for Harry effing Maguire.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying to you?
What about this comment here, though?
Listen, I'm paying Sanchez for nearly $500,000 a week. Nah, mate. I'm not with that.
Okay. I'm gonna give you a different scenario. Big up to it's like
no. Here. 100% I agree. 100% I agree with this. Man United in this long 6 weeks, they have to have a second. There's got to be a plan B. If there's not a plan B, then nothing is changing.
Again, this is what I mean. This comment here from mine, I'm not disagreeing with Nuruddin. All I'm saying to you is that I don't trust this board to have a plan B. That's my only opinion. So if they've tried all this long, I just hope there's a plan B. Because if there isn't, I just don't want the manager not to be backed. And I don't want that manager. Because I tell you what, mate, if this manager don't get backed here, he could walk after a year. He could be like, you know what, sod this. I can't be asked with this. First, Ronaldo goes. Then this happens. Then that happens. And I didn't get back to this one. You took so long to sort out the De Jong deal, and it never really materialized. If you don't have a backup plan, then for me, it's going to be absolutely embarrassing. You said it. It's going to be embarrassing. One of the worst transfer windows ever if you can't get the kind of, you know, someone's talking about Milinkovic-Savic. I think that's old news, man. I'll be honest with you, man. We were linked with him like, what was it? What do you call it? Mourinho time?
Yeah, of course.
Big up to Nee, man. He said the plan B is Eriksen. I can trust this board. Oh, listen. I tell you what, man. Nuruddin will be coming on this channel thinking, you said to me that this Eriksen is going to be the replacement. Zimmer frame. Oh, my God.
I lose my shit, Saeed. You know me. I lose my shit.
Honestly, I actually don't want to see that. If that happens, mate,
I will lose my shit. If the club come and breathe that shit, Saeed, I'm taking them all to the gulag.
Yeah.
I'm walking in myself. Me and Murta are getting on a bike to the gulag, bro. Yeah. I'm not having that. Yeah. I'm not having that.
Yeah, big up to Talk Trends. Please, guys, keep smashing the like up in the video.
How many likes we got before we stop, people? How many likes have we got?
I think we're not reached it yet. I don't think.
Actually, you know what? Listen, share the tweet for the calling show because people want to hear from you as well, bro. Listen,
okay.
People, I'm telling you now, I'm gonna stop talking. please let me know how many likes we got on this video, because there's over 1,000 of you watching, and you got at least 500 likes on the video. It helps the algorithms. It helps the algorithm. So please smash a like on the video. It costs you absolutely nothing. My throat is gone. I've had a fever. I've been in bed most of the day, ill. Saeed is busy. You know what I mean? We're here making the content for you, and we always try. So we do our bit. Where's your bit here? If we're all a team, Straightjacket people, we're all a team, yeah? Me and Saeed are doing our bit. Ill or no ill, we turn up. So why are you not turning up, man? Just to smash a like on the video. It costs you absolutely nothing. But honestly, listen, at the end of the day, if Man United don't get this guy, it's embarrassing. Man United don't get Martinez now, it's going to be embarrassing. If Arsenal, Saeed, can you imagine what Zayn is going to do to us? If Arsenal put to Martinez.
That's what I mean. It's a very, very interesting last, I would say, because I think for me, you don't get transfer window done.
If Arsenal are beating us to a player, Saeed, that's when I've done RIP Man United.
Yeah, literally. If they beat us to that one, because then you got Maguire and Varane playing next season. The two centre backs that conceded how many goals last season, Nuruddin? 50 odd goals. You know what I mean? I'm talking about just before we kind of like end the show in a bit. Gareth with his late super chat goes, "How can anyone believe anything is going to change on the pitch when we aren't even linked to a CDM? Get the likes up." You know what? That's a good point, man. Still no CDM, but you know what it is?
The only thing that I would say to that, Gareth, is that
I'm surprised you don't want a CDM.
Listen to me, understand that, because we know Man United have needed a CDM for a long time. Yeah. Erik ten Hag plays football differently. He sees football differently to what we do. He plays two in the pivot sometimes, and we're gonna keep the ball possession. He's gonna go for players who are press resistant. So I know you're worried. I know we got PTSD from last season and seasons before, but Erik ten Hag's plans, the way he plays, is kind of helter-skelter, bro. He wants possession. He wants everybody to fight. I'm sure if by January he will say, nah, in this league, it's tough. I'm going to need a CDM. Then I expect us to go and get a CDM. Yes, Martinez can play, but then also, Erik ten Hag has also said, he ain't got the stamina to play in there. He said that. Maybe he was saying that so Ajax buy him a midfield player. He could be saying that as well. You don't know that. So it's going to be very interesting. But if Arsenal beat us to Martinez, it'll be the double, triple embarrassment, Saeed. And trust me, in that time, Murta and his madness are getting on a Straightjacket podcast and they're getting cooked. Nice and seasoned, bro. Seasoned.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay.
Just before we go, who's got a point to prove? We've got pre-season coming up now. Obviously, we'll talk about more in depth maybe next week. But who's got a point to prove? Everybody's back now.
Everybody. Everybody, Saeed. Even the new woman. Everybody at that football club. Everybody. From Richard Arnold to John Murta to Steve Brown to
Did you see Ten Hag?
Listen to me, to Andy O'Boyle. By the way, one of the top scientists has left. Sports science guy has left.
Oh, okay, that's a good sign then. Hopefully, you know what I mean, mate?
He's gone. So I'm hoping we replace him with somebody else. So there are every other week there's somebody leaving the football club. Every other week, Saeed. Honestly, the amount of staff that I've left in the background is unbelievable. So at the end of the day, people need to come in. And people that people have chosen and identified need to come in and help Erik ten Hag. But the biggest thing for me, everybody, the dinner lady, the tea lady, the tea man, Mr. Dinner Man, all of them, and everybody else in between, the guys who cut the grass at Carrington, you know what I mean? Everybody who works there has. At the end of the day, I don't know about Martial being reviewed because you know what?
I'm not sure, brother.
Listen, Adewale. I love the name, by the way. Big up Adewale. Thank you for the super chat, brother. Adewale, listen. Martial, the club were briefing just before Martial was for sale. I'll repeat again. Martial has struggled with injuries, so he's become an injury-prone player, right? And then we're all going to bang on him. No, Man United need another forward. Whoever Erik ten Hag asks for, that needs to come in. Whoever he wants. If Ronaldo goes, wish him all the best. Go to Chelsea. Go to whoever you want. All the best to you. Right? What they have to
big up to Adewale, by the way. Big up to you, bro. I appreciate it.
Big up Adewale, man. It's love and light, bro.
Yeah. And big up to Sando as well. Sando, appreciate that super sticker. You know what I mean? But I think everybody's got to prove a point, man. Even I will be on David De Gea's neck, even though I for me still.
I know David De Gea is not the future for Man United. He's not the future keeper for Man United.
No, he's not. He's not. He's not.
He's not. At the end of the day, this season, that literally the microscope is going to be like this, mate. People are going to be like, all right, David, show us if he can do it then, pal. You know what I mean? That's what everybody's going to be saying to David. So, David, I hope you know what you're doing this season, man. You got to come for crosses. You got to command that area. You got to be a sweeper keeper, mate.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Let's hope we don't lose to Liverpool on the first game as well. I'm telling you, if United lose to Liverpool, you know, pre-seasons, back in the day when I was growing up, man, we used to play a lot of teams, you know, but we used to beat everybody. But now, pre-season, I'm looking at every game now and I'm thinking, you know what? We've got to watch out. We've got to watch out, man. But listen, people, we're going to wrap it up here. This has been the Straightjacket podcast, 185. There's still over 1,000 of you here. I want you guys, if you want to come into the calling show and give your opinion. I don't know what that guy's name was at the start. Do you remember his name, Nuruddin?
No,
I don't know what his name was, but the people who were Don Carlo, all them people that want to have their say. I did a calling show earlier in the week, but there was a lot of people who didn't manage to come on. So now's your time, people. Make sure you join in. United Real Therapy. Make sure you join in, people. If you want to join into the chat, let me just put the link in the chat so people can come in. 1 second, people. Yeah, so people, we're going to head over there. The link is right there, people. Come in now. And guys, like the video, people. It's so important that you guys like the video. You guys enjoy the show. The Straightjacket podcast, for me, the only Man United podcast you're going to see online now that gives you straight opinions. No messing around, honestly. This is the only platform on YouTube right now that's giving you honest opinions and giving you straight facts, mate. Everyone else, I'm not sure. But listen, this is one of the best podcasts, Man United podcasts out there. So please, guys, smash a like on the video. And yeah, man, we'll join you in the straight after this. We're going straight in already, aren't we?
Yeah, we're going straight in. Listen, come on, join the therapy army. I know you're frustrated. I know you're angry.
Come on, have your say, man. Yeah.
Come on, have your say. Come on, have your say. Yeah. Tell me. But be careful, people. We've been burnt. If you haven't got your face of your photo of your face, and me and Saeed don't know you, and me and Tom and Saeed don't know you, you ain't gonna have your say. No show, no face, eh?
No face, no case.
No face, no case.
No party here, no party down here, I'll tell you that.